Is there? Hey, there we go.
We're live.
There we go.
We are live.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Revenue Busters.
It's just
2.0.
2.0.
Yeah.
All right,
Go ahead.
Gare, so you wanna explain? You got a good definition, I thought.
Yeah, hey, we are here live broadcasting on YouTube, but we are starting a channel. It's called Revenue Busters / Builders, or RB squared. And we've created this station to start broadcasting. We're trying to make or build a business that we have found online that we can just go through the whole process as we've been taught by the gurus out there and see if it actually is real. So here we are.
This is the start.
We want to check and verify, man. This is a legitimate broadcast, not a fraudcast. That's what I want to say.
Indeed. So who do we have here? I am Gary Lloyd. And who else we got here?
I am Will Carter.
And I am Christian Argersinger. Already.
Say that.
Yeah, say that 5 times fast. All right.
Arg. We just call him Arg.
Arg. Hey, we're just 3 cats, man, from different walks of life. When we're trying to say if we can each succeed, follow the steps, learn, succeed in this, then obviously there should be no barriers for anybody trying to do it at whatever walk of life you're at, whatever age you're at.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 17, still in high school. I mean, I'm at the very start, so I'm going to see what we can do. I can do it. I'm sure anyone can do it, really.
I've just been woken up from my cryogenic sleep about 3 weeks ago, and I'm actually about 392 years old. So I'm enjoying it. If I can figure this whole thing out, then anybody can. So.
And I'm 39. Just last February 12th.
Aww.
Well, we're
Still
supposed to start
39.
this off by being truthful and honest. There's no fraud involved. No fraud, Gary.
That's right. I am 44 Generation X. If I can do it, we're the lost generation. Anyone can do it.
I'm 49, Generation Elemental P, and I also feel my generation can do it. I'm kind of a lost generation, because even though I'm on the upper end of Gary's generation, I'm also on the bottom end of the other generation. So you've kind of seen it both ways, and I hang around a lot of old people. So there you go.
You do not hang around old people, Will.
It's true, I don't. But we're having fun here. Part of it's we're just going to talk to the people, man. We're here to talk to you. We're here to tell you a legit deal, man. To break it down.
I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah, because hey, we're on the journey together. We want to learn. We're obviously excited about doing this. We want to learn how to do this stuff ourselves. All of us have different goals and things we're trying to do, but I think the thing we all have the same is we want to be able to financially be in a place of true freedom where you have that income being generated, doing something you at least enjoy and doesn't consume your entire life and all your energy and work that you feel like you're a slave to. And the legitimately creates adequate income and wealth so you can move forward into the future in a way that's enjoyable. Have time to go do things you love doing, spending time with your kids, traveling and enjoying this amazing planet that we have, and just all these cool things, and having enough money, which is just a vehicle. Money is just a vehicle. It's not meant to be something we're chained to and slaved over for the rest of our life. So how do we find some things that are out here? The internet obviously being the tool nowadays, that there's millions of people out there. And so maybe we can start off, guys, by talking a little bit about some of the things at least the one we're going to focus on, some of the things you've seen out there as far as our first revenue busting business. Hey, and who do I have behind me? Again,
there was a third thing, wasn't there?
Oh, the other thing would be
the container
things. Yeah.
Do you want that?
Yeah, if you don't mind. We'll take a break here because this is just, do you want a break? We're recording it. We'll record it. See, now Gary showed you his, Christian. Can you see that one?
Gotcha. It's nice.
This one's a little fancier, less like an old Scooby-Doo bong that Gary has. So,
Yes, my bong's a little better.
Yeah.
It's got this glass
Bong now, y'all holding
protrusion.
All right.
It's not really
Well,
long, guys.
Yeah, so part of the deal with these things is, and as we're sitting here, so here's a product that we found on online, and people that are doing the FBA stuff, and pretty successful guy. So we can give him love and props as we do it, or cut it out later. But he's got little travel, our little your everything's black on black here, so you might not be able to see it as well.
I got you.
So the little mini one. This is a little container. It's got a little freshness dial thing on here. Let me get up to the camera. Freshness dial. Little mini.
We'll get into those a little bit later, but
we'll get into those later. But since she brought them out,
yeah.
It's but then the actual mug, since you were showing
I do
yours
like that.
earlier.
I do. Like
It is nice. It's got the charcoal gray. It's got the Gator logo right there.
Oh, nice.
That's kind of cool. I'll pick that up. Anyways, yeah. So kind of onto your point too. The other thing is the freedom part of it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm 44, so that ages me a little bit. But I went through the college years. I was a little longer. We took a couple of years off and traveled. But anyways, that was like late 1990s to early 2000s. And it was still, I was just taught and forced that, hey, just do this college thing. And you'll be able to get a job that creates this income that's going to support your family, and you're going to be able to live the American dream. But each time that I came close to graduation, we'll call it, there was a recession in jobs and the job market. And so it was tough, even though I was actually working a job all through high school, property management, or all through college, property management, and spent a lot of hours doing that as well. But it always seemed like I was trading all my time, and actually more time. I'm one of those guys that have to do it right and have to go above and beyond. So I would always spend maximum hours to make sure that I was doing everything to the max ability. But that also just gave me no time to do anything else. So kind of reflecting back on those times, I was like, man, there's got to be a different way to do things, and there's got to be a different way to create income that actually frees up my time instead of always trading my hours for money. So that is another reason why I'm sitting here with Christian and Will making this video.
Yeah, let me throw a little caveat on there of my own, is that similar to Gary too, you'd go to work for a company and you kind of were taught, go the extra mile, help these people build this a great, amazing business. And, they'll reward you, of course, hard work and being the guy that helps them get to the top, they'll help you get to the top. I never found that to work. I would always help these people get to the top. They'd be like, hey, you created great systems now. We don't need you. And so we can cut your wage in half or third, bring in a person to do that and use the great systems you built. So the loyalty really wasn't there. And that proves itself out by just, my dad, for example, worked in the telecom industry up in Michigan for many years, started off as Michigan Bell, got bought and sold many times, eventually became AT&T. But after 40 years of working in that industry, and, working hard hours, a lot of overtime, everything that he did, he retired on the 40-40-40 plan, which is he retired after 40 years, and they gave him 40% of what he used to make and gave him a $40 watch. So it was a great deal, right? So you spent all your best years pouring into somebody else's success and building their businesses for them, but never building it for yourself. So obviously the opportunities now that are available through the internet and what people are doing are better than they've ever been, and there's really no excuse. But I think, like a lot of people, and I'm sure you guys will jump in, that's why we're doing this channel, is there's a lot of fluff out there. There's a lot of real stuff. I mean, Gary and I have been in investment, real estate investing and other businesses, and had a lot of success in some of those things. But there's some stuff you got to walk through to go, what's the best practices, or does this really work the way people say it does? And so part of focus of the channel is going to be, is this a revenue builder or is it a revenue buster? You know, are you going to waste your money and your time and your energy on something that doesn't really work? So hopefully we'll help a lot of you folks who are out there and others who are out there, where you don't have to stumble around as much as we have. We'll stumble around for you, and we'll run around through the landmines and blow them up for you, so that way you don't have to. And hopefully that will help everybody on the journey and as they grow their own businesses and move forward in their success. And Christian, I'm gonna have to get used to my camera where I go. What's up, man?
All right, yeah. I mean, if we're all sharing life stories here, why not?
Yours will be the longest.
Oh
Go.
yeah, I mean, I got the most experience out of all of us here, obviously. So, I mean, I live a pretty simple life. Like I said, I'm 17 and I work a part-time job at a gym, and I mean, it's slow, and like, I just feel like I'm wasting all of my time and all of my effort and all of my skill into a job that really doesn't mean that much. And I mean, right now I'm in some major debt because when I was 16, I bought a car and borrowed a loan, and now I have to pay that off. And I mean, that's still chasing me down, and then I have to pay my own insurance for my car. So like each month it's pressure and pressure and pressure to work, make money, and then just pay off those loans. But if I can like learn and use these methods that we're going to do, then I can put them in to get like a steady flow of revenue from multiple streams. I mean, to do that and to be successful, I mean, like we said, we're going to do it for you to help. And I love helping people. So, I mean, we're going to do it. We're going to bust our balls so you don't have to. I mean, exactly what he was saying. So, I mean, I think it's going to be good. And I'm just doing it to be successful. I mean, I don't know what my plan is in the future. If it's college, I mean, you heard Gary's story. I mean, he went for God knows how long, and
he's still going.
He's still going.
Well, the cool thing about college now is I don't have to pay for it. Now we have a source that you can actually learn everything you do in college. A majority, let's just say a majority. I mean, there are some technical, doctor, lawyer potentially. Actually, lawyer, that's on the border, but there are places that you have access to that you've never had before, and it's all on your. Well,
it would have been on his phone.
It would have been on his phone.
Let me show you mine.
But
it's on this thing here.
But anyways, I just spilled my coffee on my keyboard. But we're just going to keep going because it did blow up the computer because it's wireless now. It's wireless, so it's good.
You're good. Okay.
But anyways, I mean everything. I mean a majority of the stuff that you can learn in the college courses that I learned, we'll say, and I have a mechanical engineering degree from Michigan State, not to put them down, but majority of the stuff I learned, I can do right on my phone now, which is crazy, and which is a sign of the times. I mean, that's 20 years later, and my college course is a $1,000 phone instead of a $70,000 degree.
Well, let me tell you this. Cool. They even know it so much that you can learn online that they put their courses online.
Yeah, actually, let me age myself. Let me age myself here. I didn't start at Michigan State University. I started at University of Michigan Flint, which was an offset of University of Michigan.
Go Blue.
But my first mechanical engineering class was the test for email for the whole University of Michigan. So our class actually tested the first email accounts for the University of Michigan. So that kind of ages me.
Wow. Man, you are ancient. Jeez.
And email is kind of old now. Now we all text and FaceTime and Google Hangout. So anyways,
and we didn't have any of this when I was in the cryopod. So for me, yes. What's amazing about all this is
you were still like carving stuff from stone.
Not quite that bad. We had like, some manufactured products, but they were all handmade. You had artisans and handcrafters and people who had to work a whole day, to do this stuff. You didn't have a machine that could generate 10 million of them in 1 hour. So, yes. But that's okay, man. I'm excited. Being the old guy in the group, I'm going to learn too. Getting used to all the Google stuff and the YouTube stuff and how to use the social medias, and which is amazing to me because coming from a print background myself, the traditional print, that was such the slow way to reach people. You'd print magazines or newspapers or whatever you did, and you just disseminate them at a different streams and hope that you get a couple hundred people, you know, a couple thousand, and man, you can build a YouTube channel, hundreds of thousands of people within less than a year, you know, for a lot of people.
That's what's great about, that's what's great about this apparatus we're talking over, is now we have access to the masses, and we can help a maximum amount of people.
So what's our first product going to be, guys? What do you think we want to do? What and I call it product, I guess, what revenue stream do we want to, or system do we want to bust? I mean, there's a lot of them out there. I think we'll start with one. What do you guys think the hottest one right now is that's out there? That I have my thoughts, but we'll go through one at a time. What do you think, Christian?
Well, I've seen a few. Definitely done some research on them. I know one big one was the Facebook affiliate advertisement, and those type of sponsorships on Facebook, Instagram, all the social media. I know that was a huge one for a lot of people there for a while. That was the biggest one I liked, that I thought could have some possibility, because I watched a free video on it, and I mean, they went pretty into depth on the free video. So I mean that's the goal, is to get, you know, learn it for free and then do it ourselves. So that was a good one I found. What about you, Gary?
Well, just a little bit more background too. Will and I have been business partners on a few things, but one of the things that we did have a little bit of success in is the real estate business. But that is very cyclical, and there are a lot of, and we'll get into that probably maybe in a later time, but it is a very good way to potentially build wealth, but there are a lot of gotchas to watch out for, which we have hit a lot of them, but we've also been successful in a little bit of them. So that is one we want to go into potentially later down the road. And what else? I know there's people just on Fiverr.com that are making $5,000 to $10,000 a month just doing contract work for other people, and the work varies as well. So that one might be a good one we could go into. But one of the ones that I've researched lately that has kind of caught my eye kind of big time is the Amazon FBA. And that has been probably 2014 has been kind of something that has caught my eye, and I just never really got into it, but it's kind of grown, and it's had a little growth spurt here lately. But that whole Prime business that they've created, and the fulfillment by Amazon and what all that means, looks like something that we could go on. From the research that I've done, it seems like there are some pretty substantial claims to what income that you can make on that, and it seems like people are having success. So that might be one we want to hit on as well.
Yeah, I like that one. I think things that are hot right now are definitely worth, and especially that's got some, you know, it's neat because there's some tangible aspects to it, which I do like too. Like, so for me, I'll throw out a couple, you know, that I've heard of. So the crypto stuff is huge. I mean, obviously I see that everywhere I go.
What is crypto?
Cryptocurrency, yeah, I should say.
Okay.
The cryptocurrencies that are out there, these things from Bitcoin to Ethereum, Litecoin, this blockchain technology, and it's so deep and detailed. I don't even understand a lot of it still, but you try to, again, so we want to delve deep. I think, you know, again, starting this channel, we want to be able to look into all those things. I think me as a viewer, I listen more and more to people like this, and I see a lot of people out there touting that they have a program, they've got the tricks and the how-tos and all that, but I don't really hear anybody talking about, let me kind of do the Mythbuster style walkthrough of this thing and see, is it legit or not? It's real easy to start from point 20 and move forward, but if you start from the ground zero and work your way up, and I hope it will be valuable from what we learn. Yeah. There's gotchas in every business. I don't care what it is, and that's the stuff that gets omitted. You know, you get into, you have to sell the hype, you have to sell the sizzle. it's not very sexy seeing where everybody fell down or got their legs blown off on the landmine. But, you know, so we want to show the landmines. We want to show, hey, there's legitimate landmines, like Gary mentioned in the real estate and other things. It doesn't matter what business you're in, there's going to be stuff that it's going to cost money and has the highest risk that you got to be careful about. So, you know, that's, I think, what we want to tackle. I like the Amazon one. Crypto one's, again, a little squishy. It's not tangible, like I started saying. I mean, the Amazon one, it's nice because you have the digital realm, which is the actual distribution vehicle, obviously using Amazon and how big they are as a distributor. And nowadays, it used to be you couldn't just go, hey, I want to put my product into Walmart or Target. Being a music guy for many years, if you want to get your music in those places, it's a long road to hoe. But nowadays, being able to, if you've got the money and you can get a product, buy a product, and get that legitimized and set up in a way where you can push it through Amazon, you can do it. So, or at least I see it being done. I see a lot of product out there, and it looks like people are doing it, and people are saying they're making that kind of money. So let's have fun. Let's see if we can bust that one, or build it. If it's a builder, then let's build it, and let's show people the kind of the step-by-steps that we're going through. Almost documentary style YouTube channel of what we're doing, So
that was, I think, can we document it? Let's research out there all, and like you said, Christian, let's see if we can just go with the free stuff. I mean, there's a ton of, I've looked on YouTube. That's kind of where you go nowadays to kind of learn how to fix your dishwasher, which I was doing all weekend because my dishwasher
built an entire house from YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah. And my dishwasher broke down after a year and a half of use. And you're like, okay, $1,000 dishwasher should last longer than a year and a half. But anyways, let's see if we can do it with just the free content. And if we can't, we'll keep a budget of what we spend and kind of put that out on a weekly basis for everyone to kind of check our budget out, what we actually have to spend to be able to do and create this income stream. And then I would like to, with you guys on the line right now, let's kind of figure out a goal that potentially we could make with the Amazon FBA business as far as a revenue on an annual basis, so we can try to hit a target and see if we can make it. And when we make it, we'll all celebrate on here.
All right. Yeah, I like
what do you guys think?
You can use your bong.
Hey, you got one too. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's true. Mine's much fancier though.
I mean,
well, this is a good. I mean, this is a good example of a product here. This is just an everyday sippy cup for adults.
Yep.
But yet they put a cool name on it.
And most people don't even know what a Yeti is until
obviously. I mean, it's Bigfoot basically. It's a mythical character.
Yeah, true.
But yet it was a mythical character in a cold region.
Yeah, it's the polar version of it, man.
Yeah, exactly. So they made a little better mousetrap on a cup that keeps your ice cold for a day and a half, and therefore they can charge a premium price. So what can we find out there that we could do this?
Yeah, not that there's not a million products out there, and that's a good one to start with first, I think, because it's hot. A lot of people are looking at it. A lot of people are talking about it. I think a lot of people legitimately would love to maybe try it. And our thing is not going to be to shoot it down or lift it up necessarily based on any specific personal bias. It's going to be based on what do the facts prove that this is a product or a system that can actually be done. And if it can be done, do you have to pay money to do it, and to do it well? I mean, of course, you have to put money into anything, but pay money for the systems and for all the things just to get it going. So I think keeping a budget's a great idea along the way and what we have to spend money on. And also really landmarking the gotchas as we go. So maybe in the comments below, as we start filling out that section there, we'll keep a detailed breakdown of what that particular episode or whatever we're doing. I guess whatever we call these things. And that's what's great about YouTube. It can be just three dudes talking about, hey man, we're trying to build a business, and you hear your kids in the background and you're like, what's up, dudes? See, because we want to teach these dudes to be the next level of millionaires.
What are you doing?
Hey, that's good. I see the little hat there, man. I see the hat. It's like,
yeah, Michigan.
You want to get on the video?
Do it, bro. And see, he'll be the next generation.
That's right.
So, part of it is
He's making a video for his channel.
All right.
yeah.
He has a YouTube channel.
Where do you get that, man? Where do you get that kind of entertainment?
What are you
I know.
doing? What are you doing?
Let me finish up here, boys, and I'll be right with you. All right.
No, Dad, what are you doing?
We're making a video channel.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a Michigan hat on.
Someday can I take your video on?
What's that?
Can someday I can take your video on?
Definitely.
Yay!
All right.
That's
Yes,
right. He'll be
The future
teaching it.
generations.
Yeah.
That's
He's we're not even sure what that generation is yet because they don't even we're at Z and
I say like iGen is an idea for it or something.
yeah.
Yeah. I think they should call it the generation should be, E.
yeah.
ECAP.
No, I was just everybody shut the F up.
Yeah.
They'll be like, we're done listening to all you people.
Yeah.
Everybody, shut up.
Dad, are you talking to somebody?
Yep. Okay, guys, give me about 5 minutes and I'll be right with you.
Dad. No, Dad.
So this is the fun of the channel, man.
Yeah.
We're bringing the kids,
We're not
sometimes.
some big corporation. We got families. We got people in our lives. I mean,
No.
same as anyone else.
That's right.
We're in this for the busting and building.
But it would be great to see if it could be when it can be done, man. I think it definitely could be done. The FBA stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is one I've kind of looked at, and I think it's got a pretty good chance of that a lot of people could take advantage of it.
Yeah, and even if it is working, still, what's the level of work that you should realistically expect?
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of what people don't talk about either is, am I putting 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 full-time
90.
hours into this thing, right, just to make it? Is it more of a nightmare? I mean, I think most of us don't mind putting in, if you could put a good solid 20, 30 hours into anything, and then the rest of the time is yours, and you're making for that money, a five-figure, especially a five-figure a month income, and a quality six-figure a month or annual income. Most people would do that. That's a legitimate thing, especially with these businesses more and more can be run remotely from your laptop or from your phone, and so we truly live in an amazing time frame where it should be easier to do this stuff, but there is a lot of competition, and so it is how to create the mousetrap, the Yeti.
Yeah.
So to speak. Who would have thought? Coolers have been sold forever. All of a sudden, a company decides,
Yeah,
we're going to make this cooler,
I want to make it
and we're going to
cooler
make
than
it
cooler.
cooler. It's cooler. Yeah, that's right. It's the cooler.
So
That's
Becky,
actually a product right there.
yeah.
Can we make a cooler in a cup, adult sippy cup that lasts longer than 1 day with your ice? Can you make it last? See, I'm a
That's right.
cryo guy. The cryogenically frozen guy. I should know all about this because if you freeze somebody for 300 plus years, so for me, it should be the cooler than Yeti cooler.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Because it's cooler and it's cooler. See how I did that?
I see the
Cooler
word.
and cooler. You like that? So it's cooler. It's the cooler than Yeti cooler. And so, yeah, can you do that? If it lasts for a week, or will ice last for 300 years? I mean, whatever it is, but that's what you want to do. I think really it is. And I think we live in a world where there's some people out there who care about quality. This is where I think Gary's going to be a real asset to us. Gary's the asset of, he can't live with a cruddy product. He just
I
can't.
can't.
He can't live with it. So I know when we're out there looking at stuff. So I will tease to the viewers too. We got some upcoming stuff where we're going to do some field trips, and we're going to try to get out and about, not just inside of our houses, but actually get out to some of these places, be it manufacturing areas or other suppliers and countries, and just meeting them direct. Even meeting some of these people who are doing these channels. And bringing them on and then talking to them. Because like I said, we're not here to, poo-poo on it or knock it down, but we want to legitimately go, hey, if this stuff can work for guys like us, then it's something that we would want to definitely bring to the masses and help people out.
Yeah. I mean, 3 different guys, 3 different age groups, 2 different time zones. It should, if we can all do it together, it should be able to be done.
Yes, seriously though.
Or if we can't do it, we're going to let you know and say stay away from it.
And move on to the next one and
Yeah.
find out that one. We're just going to keep going through them until we find something. It either is a bust or it's a build, you know. And so stay tuned.
Yes. All right. So with the whole time thing, I do have a couple kids that just got home. So I am going to sign out. Do you guys want to stay on or?
No, we're good. That was a good.
You guys
That was
stay on?
good.
Got some work soon.
Yeah, I've got
You got
some
a
stuff.
wife that you need to talk to, it looks like, to the side of you.
She's looking at. She's going to ask me some questions. So.
I need to order some bed protectors, pillow protectors, sheets.
Okay.
We spent $300. What card does
Okay.
Okay, hey, we're buying some stuff for some of the short-term rental real estate stuff. So Tina was wondering, just a side business question while we're here, what company card should we use for that? Is that black card still?
300.
Yes. Indeed.
It's about 300 quid.
You got bed protectors, pillow protectors, and more sheets.
Sounds like a good time.
Oh yeah. Woo! Got to have a bunch of sheets and protectors. So we'll talk about that one later. The vacation.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. And then also, yeah, we do need to talk about getting sheets that last longer for all the action they get.
There you go. Hey, can we make a sheet that lasts longer? Can we be the provider of
Sheets do perform well.
That could be that could be a product, you know.
There you go. Yeah.
So hey, and we can edit off this back part of it or whatever we want to do later, unless you go directly live. But
well, it's live right now.
It's live right now. All right.
For those that are watching, we apologize, but we may edit this for the regular
future. Yeah. Or we may even do, or we're just doing a relaunch again a couple times until we get better on camera and, you know, just comfortable chatting. Part of it's neat too, you know, if you haven't really done this, you got to get used to even looking at how you're sitting inside the frame of the screen and, you know, can you be seen and all that stuff good. But
this is raw. This is going to be raw. That's what's good about it. Yeah. We're going to be raw. We're not, and we don't want to spend a lot of time editing because we just don't have that time.
That's true.
Well, that's true. Hey, like Christian said earlier, you know, we got lives, we got kids. See, that's side businesses coming in, things we're doing, you know. Yeah, so we want to do try to do 45 minutes every time, get going about 2 and go till about 2:45ish.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
All right, well, that'd be that's my time. Whatever your time works. So. All right, cool. All right, so do we want any marching orders before we leave out? Anything we all need to be working on or putting some time into for next time?
Let's do that. Let's do that on the next video, kind of divide up what we're going to conquer and what we need to research, and then we'll kind of go through what we research and kind of do it on a video as well. So
we can kind of do. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know we gotta, you know, kind of go through what we've been researching as far as on the free research on the FBA stuff, but kind of figure out what the first steps are and kind of go through that on the next video. And then following that, we would come back and do what we found on that research as far as product research, what to look for in a product, what revenue, product targets, what review products and all that kind of stuff. So
lots of wonderful stuff.
Yeah. So my question to you guys would be this then. And again, since we don't have really any followers yet, I think who are out there, just throw a comment at it and say, yeah, man, I want that too. Should we go ahead and kind of kill two birds, as they say, with one stone, which is, so if we're going to focus on that FBA, right, for sale by Amazon, is that what that is, for sale FBA program?
Yeah.
And so I guess
fulfillment by Amazon.
We can actually go out maybe, and each of us, maybe we can watch a few videos too. Find a handful of them that you like, that you see that look like they're talking about it, because I haven't watched a ton. I'm going to watch a few of them. But also, why don't we teach people about how we're doing our channel too as we grow through the channel? Because I mean, just learning this Google Hangout stuff was pretty interesting. So I don't know if anybody would want to know as we're learning, hey, by the way, if you're trying to set up a channel, man, you know, because our production, I mean, it'll probably get better and things will get better and we'll get smoother at setting up the chat and maybe different things. I'm just,
yeah, well, that and like our logo that we created through Canva.
Yeah, just because I mean, we're going to try to run it like we're officially launching a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
but not that that's necessarily for making money. I mean, but it's for more growing subscribers.
It's more helping
helping and connecting with people and educating and sharing and, just building a community of people that are like us, trying to do the same thing. So, but I think I would want to know that. It'd be great to have in one place somebody also showing me how to do this whole YouTube thing.
Good extra knowledge. Yes.
Extra knowledge.
Extra.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Cool, guys.
All right,
All right,
guys.
then. Signing out until
I'm
next
Derek.
time. I'm Will.
And I'm Christian.
Signing off.
Peace. See ya.